Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into something absolutely crucial: 7 morning habits to prevent a stroke. The science we've got here is highly actionable, and honestly, the prevention starts the very second you wake up.
40. Yep, right now, as we're speaking, a stroke is happening to an American every 40 seconds. It's a really sobering reality. But here's what actually scares doctors the most. The vast majority of those folks, they woke up that morning feeling completely fine. No flashing warning lights, no alarms going off, just a totally normal day that suddenly wasn't. Okay, let's dive into this because right here is a medical fact that is incredibly empowering, yet frustratingly underdiscussed. Up to 80% of strokes are entirely preventable. Think about that. 80%. That's not some small margin. That is the vast, vast majority of strokes. The power to protect your brain is literally right in your hands. To really understand why this matters so much, I want to share the story of a man named Harold. Harold was 71, a retired mail carrier from Indiana. The guy walked his route for 28 years. He had a sharp mind, good health, and actually just had a checkup 4 months prior. But one Tuesday morning, Harold reached for his coffee, and the mug just slipped. His right hand wouldn't cooperate. When his wife called out to him, his words came out all jumbled. It was a stroke. Now, Harold survived, but he never fully recovered. As his daughter shared with us, we had no idea something like this was even possible. He seemed so healthy. His neurologist later explained that several small risk factors had just been quietly building up over the years, things that could have been addressed with basic daily habits. Nobody should have to get that news after the fact. So our countdown begins with habit number 7, drink a glass of water first thing. Here's the science on this one. Every single night while you're sleeping, your body is losing water, just through breathing and through your skin. So by the time you open your eyes, you're already slightly dehydrated. And when your blood doesn't have enough water in it, it literally becomes thicker. Thicker blood is, much harder to push through your arteries, making it way easier for dangerous clots to form. The quick fix? Just put a glass of water on your nightstand tonight and drink it before you do absolutely anything else tomorrow. And that leads us perfectly into habit number 6, gentle movement for just 2 to 5 minutes. After hours of lying completely still, your blood circulation is running pretty slow. It's kind of like starting a car on a freezing winter morning. You've got to let the engine warm up a bit. Oh, and by the way, keep watching because while these first few habits are great, the most shocking, unexpected habit is coming at the very end of this explainer. You definitely won't want to miss it. Now, for this movement, you absolutely do not need a gym or any fancy equipment to protect your brain. Seriously, just reach your arms overhead, rotate your ankles, and slowly turn your neck from side to side right there in bed. Or hey, just walk down the hallway and back. The American Heart Association notes that starting your morning with this really light, gentle movement significantly reduces your stroke risk. It basically sets the right circulatory tone for the entire rest of your day. Right, so once you're moving, it's time for habit number 5. Check your blood pressure. Listen, high blood pressure isn't the second cause or just one of many causes. It is the absolute #1 cause of stroke in the United States. And the most terrifying thing about it, it operates in total silence. Most people feel absolutely nothing. No headaches, no dizziness. It just quietly damages those arteries year after year. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the timing. Strokes frequently happen between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m. Why then? Well, because that's exactly when your blood pressure naturally tends to spike right after you wake up. So if you're checking your blood pressure at home after sitting quietly for about 5 minutes, numbers above 130/80 mean you really need to watch it closely. And if you see numbers creeping above 140/90, you need to call your doctor this week. Those 2 minutes of checking could literally be the most vital part of your entire morning. Okay, now that you've checked your vitals, we move on to habit number 4. Eat an artery-protecting breakfast. Because what you put into your body in the very first hour of your day has a direct, immediate effect on your blood vessels. Let's contrast 2 different approaches here. An inflammatory breakfast, we're talking white toast, sugary cereal, maybe some box juice that causes your blood sugar to spike and then crash fast. That repeated stress really inflames your arteries over time. Compare that to a brain-protecting breakfast. Oatmeal, eggs, whole grain toast, maybe some walnuts. This keeps your blood sugar nice and steady. And here's a critical warning for you. When you're buying bread, if the first ingredient on the label says enriched wheat flour, just put it right back on the shelf. You really want to see true whole wheat flour as that first ingredient. Eating whole grains is basically a daily compounding investment in your brain's health. Habit number 3 shifts our focus to the mind. Take 2 quiet minutes to breathe. Look, most of us wake up and our brains are immediately flooded with anxiety, right? We're worrying about bills, appointments, family drama. our minds are firing on all cylinders before our feet have even touched the floor. And that morning anxiety immediately releases cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and when it's elevated way too often, it raises your blood pressure and inflames those arteries. But here's the good news. Research published in JAMA Internal Medicine shows that taking just 2 minutes to sit and breathe slowly, in through the nose, out through the mouth, can literally change your morning chemistry. It improves heart health markers and actively lowers your stroke risk. Moving right along, habit number 2 is crucial for absolutely everyone, even if you consider yourself highly active. Plan to break up your sitting. You might go exercise for an hour a day, sure, but sitting completely still for long stretches afterwards actually raises the risk of dangerous blood clots forming in your legs. And if those clots break loose, they can travel straight up to your brain. And this brilliantly illustrates how easy the fix is. Just walk to the kitchen to get some water, go check the mailbox, maybe stand up during a commercial break, or just set a simple alarm on your phone to go off once an hour. 2 minutes of walking each hour is really all it takes. Plus, it naturally combines with our hydration habit to keep your blood flowing perfectly.
All right, we've covered hydration, movement, blood pressure, breakfast, breathing, and sitting. But now, I really need you to lean in. What unexpected bathroom habit dramatically slashes your stroke risk? Seriously, this is the secret habit most people never, ever connect to their brain health. Here it is. Habit number 1, floss your teeth every single day. I know, it sounds absolutely wild to talk about dental floss when we're discussing brain health, but the science behind this is just extraordinary. When your gums are inflamed, the bacteria living in your mouth don't just politely stay there. Every single day, they enter your bloodstream. This creates a constant low-level infection and body-wide inflammation, and that inflammation builds up plaque inside your arteries so much faster. When that plaque breaks off, it forms deadly clots, and as we know, clots cause strokes.
So, the crucial point here is proven by some truly stunning statistics from the American Stroke Association. Get this, people who flossed daily saw a 22% lower risk of the most common type of stroke and a massive 44% lower risk of the type of stroke caused by heart clots. 44%. And hey, if your gums bleed when you first start doing this, that doesn't mean you should stop. Actually, scratch that. It means the exact opposite. It means you have inflammation and you need to keep flossing daily right up until they heal. Just 2 minutes a day to dramatically protect your brain. Okay, let's quickly recap what we've learned today, because these are the tools that put the power right back in your hands. 7 habits, 2 minutes each. No gym memberships, no expensive prescriptions, and no special equipment required whatsoever. Drink a big glass of water, do a few gentle stretches, check that blood pressure, eat a brain-smart breakfast, breathe quietly for just 2 minutes, stand up every hour, and, crucially, floss your teeth every single day. Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Which 2-minute habit are you going to start tomorrow morning? Remember, a stroke is not some inevitable thing. It is largely preventable, and that prevention starts the very moment you wake up. Just pick one habit to begin with tomorrow. And please, if you found this explainer clear and helpful, share it. Send it to a loved one, a friend, maybe a family member. You might just be passing along the exact knowledge that saves their life. Thank you so much for learning with me today.